Ha! Home at last.
Well, Chateau Quartermain is still standing.
Would you expect it not to be after only a few days in France?
It would not have surprised me one bit if it was all demolished and everyone was living in pot tents.
I'll tell you what, after all that money that we spent on that villa for Beatrice in France, I would be a bit surprised if we'd be living there sooner than you think.
My darling, we can afford it, and it was well worth the price to keep Beatrice off our backs.
You don't think she's going to try to contact Jimmy Lee now anyway, do you?
Beatrice is much more interested in money than she is in seeing a child that she hasn't seen in years.
I've got to tell you something. Beatrice decided it sure was nice to get away with you for a few days.
Yes, I recall a few memorable moments.
Are you tired or jet lagged?
Not at all. That is thanks to your brilliant suggestion that we spend the evening in New York.
I feel I should recall a few of those memorable moments with me.
We have to go to the hospital.
Let's tell them our flight was delayed.
How do you say charming rascal in French?
Alan.
Oh, you're back. I thought I heard voices.
I'm surprised you didn't hear us sooner than that.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid my thoughts are rather scattered this morning.
Why am I all of a sudden afraid that something's wrong?
Horribly wrong.
Oh.
Celia's been kidnapped.
I think you picked a gorgeous fall day for your first day back.
Yeah, I just wish that I could stay home and enjoy.
Oh, honey, the first day is always the hardest. As soon as you get into the swing of things, you're going to be rushing.
What are you doing on the couch?
More importantly, what happened to your face?
Hi. Brought you some coffee.
Thank you.
You look awful. You didn't go to sleep last night, did you?
Well, what do you expect? My wife's being held hostage. I think I know where. And my own government won't let me do a damn thing about it. No, you don't.
Completely frustrated.
Frustration doesn't quite do it for me. There's got to be a better word for it than that.
Look, it's a new day.
Yeah, a new day. Which means Holly's been with one group of terrorists for one night. And Ballantyne won't even let me make a bloody move.
Look, if it is any consideration, they're not going to hurt her.
They're capable of anything, and you know it.
They know if they do hurt her, they're not going to get the microfilm.
Oh, look, forget the microfilm, will you? She's stuck in one of those Expo buildings. I can feel it. I know she's there. And I intend to do something about it.
You know the rules. Those pavilions are considered foreign soil.
Don't give me this diplomatic immunity number. Listen, whoever kidnapped Holly and Celia, they broke our rules.
And we can't have an international incident. Oh, Robert. I know how desperate you are. But look, we cannot, I repeat, cannot search any one of those pavilions until we get permission from that government.
What are we talking about here? 20 or 30 diplomatic officials?
All right, it'll take time. We will get to each and every one of them.
My wife doesn't have that kind of time. I'm doing it my way.
How?
This here. This brunch at the mayor's place.
And every dignitary will be there.
Must be able to break a bit of ground there.
Maybe you ought to change clothes first.
Yeah. You know, isn't it wonderful that I can go out and guzzle champagne this morning, and yet my wife's a hostage somewhere?
We're going to find her.
Oh, it better be soon, because we're running out of time.
Well, there must have been a ransom demand by this time, right?
Ramsey says they don't want money.
Well, what do they want?
I don't know, but I do know if you offer enough money, anybody can be bought.
Look, has anyone contacted Robert?
Well, if they have, he hasn't told me.
Well, what are the police doing about it?
I have no idea.
You don't seem to have any idea about anything.
No, and I don't think I will.
Why not?
Because that's the way Scorpio wants it.
Excuse me, but a member of our family has been kidnapped.
I realize that, Monica.
Well, then surely Robert is going to tell you what's being done about it.
He gave explicit orders. The whole thing was to be kept under wraps.
I don't think that includes keeping us in the dark.
Neither do I. I mean, I'm just going to demand. I want to know.
We are going to do as we're told, Alan.
Father, Celia's life is at stake.
Yes, well, so is Holly's. I mean, she happens to be married to Scorpio. I'm sure he's just as concerned as we are.
I wonder why the two of them together.
Together what?
Together kidnapped, Edward. What else would I be talking about?
It's a good question.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have the answer to that one either.
I wonder how Grant's taking all of this.
I wouldn't know.
Well, he's got to be frantic.
Well, he's got to be something. I haven't seen him since this whole thing happened.
What are you talking about?
I mean, he's not here. He's missing, too.
He's been kidnapped?
Yeah, well, not according to Scorpio.
Well, what does he say?
He says nothing. He's being very evasive about the whole thing.
Two members of our family are missing, and you're not interested in knowing why or by
Of
who?
course I'm interested, Alan, but this is a very delicate matter. Now, if Scorpio wants the whole thing kept mum, why, I'm certainly not about to push it.
Well, incredible shrinking Quartermain family.
What about Alan Jr. and Jason?
Oh, they're safe and sound.
Still in all, I don't think we ought to go into the hospital today.
I agree.
Scorpio does not want us to cast any suspicion. It's supposed to be business as usual around here.
Well, that's going to be a little difficult, wouldn't you say?
Well, be that as it may, you're expected to go to work, and we're expected to keep up appearances, so you're going to have to go. But just remember, mum's the word.
I believe it.
Blackie, we ask you a couple of questions. I just woke up, all right?
On the couch. What were you doing on the couch?
I was sleeping. What else?
I don't get smart.
I'm not getting smart. A lot on my mind, all right? Just...
I am much more interested in knowing why your face is all battered like that.
I ran into a door.
Oh, you think that's funny, huh?
I don't think it's funny. It hurt like hell.
Look, I'm warning you. Now, I want an answer.
I don't have anything to say to you guys, all right?
Oh, you don't. You roll in here in the middle of the night sometime, you end up sleeping on the couch, and from the look of your face, you've been in some kind of fight. I think you owe us a little bit of an explanation.
Later.
No, later about it. I had enough of your punk attitude. Now start talking civilly to us and do it right now.
Sweetheart, you must not do this to yourself.
Look, I'm not going to let him get away with this. I'm not, Leslie.
All right, let me talk to him, okay? Besides, you don't want to be late. It's your first day back at work.
Why don't you patronize me?
I'm not patronizing you, honey.
Leslie, I am well aware of my job responsibility today, okay? Now, may I have a glass of orange juice before you throw me out?
I'm not throwing you out, Rick. I hope you're satisfied. I am not going to let you ruin his first day back at work with this nonsense.
Well, stop hassling me then.
Hassle. I knew it. I knew if I let you go to work in that place that this would happen.
What does my job have to do with this?
Everything. Those people in that place are a terrible influence on you.
You're crazy.
I'm crazy. You were in a casino brawl, weren't you?
No, I was not.
You tell me the truth, pal, or I'm going over to the casino, and I will get Luke to tell me the truth.
Well, that's a good idea. Well, while you're over there, why don't you spend some time at the old blackjack table then, huh?
How dare you?
Truth hurts, huh?
You have no right to question what I do in any way.
Oh, yeah, well, that's what you're doing to me right now,
That's
huh?
an entirely different...
No, man, I'm an adult, okay? I don't need someone following me around asking me everything I do.
Yes, you do, as long as you're living in this house.
Oh,
you
yeah?
do.
Well, fine. Well, maybe I'll find another place to live, all right?
Rick! Rick!
say, the citizens of Port Charles are only too eager to make your visit to our fair city as pleasant and enjoyable as possible. After all, it is the presence of such distinguished visitors that will make the exposition a success. We know it will be.
In other words, you're hoping they'll spend money while they're here.
I'd like to think we'd be making friends as well as profits, Miss Templeton.
Well, it's quite a crowd, isn't it?
Certainly a colorful one.
Yeah. Oh, there's Robert. I wonder where Holly is.
Well, looks like they're all here.
Yeah. Wandering all over the place.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be easy.
Well, let's start in this room, then we can go into the other one.
Hi.
Hello.
You know Connie Townley?
Yes, I think we met at the casino opening.
Yes, of course.
Where's Holly?
She couldn't make it.
Not ill, I hope.
Just detained.
Well, I hope you two are hungry. The mayor has arranged a quite impressive brunch for us.
Yeah, looks like enough to feed an army.
I'm very glad I skipped breakfast this morning.
Well, I'm sorry I did. I'm afraid I have enough time only for a quick snack.
Oh, Steve, I'm afraid you won't even have time for that.
Hey, Gully, you're right. I have a surgical staff meeting in about 20 minutes.
I'm afraid you better get going.
Yeah. We'll try to wrap up something special for him when no one's looking.
I'll see what I can do.
Excuse me.
I haven't seen the two of you at the casino lately.
Oh, well, Steve is not much of a gambler.
Excuse me for a second, Audrey.
Yes, of course.
Steve, could I have a second of your time, please?
Certainly.
About your meeting, your orthopedic surgeon won't be able to make it.
Grant, why not?
I'm afraid that's top secret.
Top secret involving Grant.
Yeah, that's all I can say. Please, Steve, don't discuss it with anyone.
Full house.
Yeah, my work's indeed cut out for me.
Well, hi there.
Oh, there. How was France?
Very French.
Nice to get away.
Yeah, also nice to get back. Speaking of which, how's it feel to be back in harness?
What?
Your first day back in surgery.
Oh, yeah, fine. Didn't expect you back so soon.
Well, I had emergency surgery. Just hope it isn't a long one.
Yeah.
And you have a pretty easy surgery for your first day.
What?
Your first day of surgery. I saw your chart. It's a pacemaker implant, right?
Yes, it was.
Well, good that she can start out with something relatively simple. No matter what, it's good to see you back in action. How did it go?
Well, fine. As you say, it's a relatively simple operation, wasn't it?
Any difficulties?
None at all, Monica. Absolutely none.
All right, wait a minute. I'm not questioning your procedure as a surgeon, Rick. I'm talking about emotionally.
Monica, I didn't do the surgery, all right?
What?
Cunningham did it. I just observed.
Why?
Because I wasn't up to it.
Rick, that's absurd, and you know it.
I think I am the best judge as to when I am ready to operate again, don't you?
Excuse me. I happen to know for a fact your heart is fine and you're in great shape.
This was one surgery and one surgery only.
It happened to be Mrs. Kaylor, who's been seeing you for years, Rick, and requested you.
She didn't get me, did she?
You know, my friend, you have an obligation to your patient. What did you cop out for?
I told you.
You also have an obligation to yourself, Rick, as a surgeon and as a person.
Don't want to discuss this now.
We're going, pal.
Did you drag me from the hospital for this mob scene?
Don't be a grump. It'll be fun.
Look, if you're looking for the tall, dark African dude, he's over there.
Where?
With Robert Scorpio.
Oh, so he is. Obviously, he knows how to mingle. Something you ought to try.
Give me a break, will you?
Excuse me. Thank you.
And at this particular point, well, we'd appreciate any help that you could give us.
Excuse me.
I was talking about searching your pavilion, Negoro Galando. And, incidentally, why do two countries have only one pavilion?
Because they're both small and poor.
I see. Well, my government is particularly concerned with some fugitives that we believe are hiding out in the Port Charles area.
And what does this have to do with me?
Well, pavilions are all classified as foreign soil, and we believe the fugitives could be hiding out there. For me to do a search, I have to have your permission.
I see. Well, of course, you have my permission then.
We'll endeavor not to disturb anyone.
Do what you have to do, Commissioner Scorpio. We will be most cooperative.
Thank you. One down.
Excuse that. Okay, who's the next target?
There's a likely-looking candidate.
Lord Rama. You better put on your best subservient act with that one.
Yes, he's hardly the picture of perfect hospitality.
He's so nervous about it with all these people want to eat.
Don't eat that.
Chonga, this is an old American custom. It's called waste not, want not.
I can provide better.
Well, can you now?
Certainly. Food from my own country.
I'm hungry now, and we're out of your delivery zone.
I can make it myself.
You cook?
Certainly.
What a guy.
I will cook for you an authentic African lunch from my own country. All I need is your kitchen.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. You've got it.
We've got plenty of food right here.
Oh, don't be silly. It'll be fun.
A new experience.
Pass.
Don't be rude, Brian. Anyway, I kind of like the idea of a man cooking for me for a change. Have this? We'll be off. Excuse me. Let's go, dear. Excuse me.
Here's that, please. Here's that.
Well, we meet again.
What you in the West would call a happy coincidence?
Is that what they call it in Gulistan?
It's always a pleasure to see you, Commissioner.
Well, if I can mix a bit of business with pleasure.
What did you have in mind?
An invitation to your pavilion.
Oh, Monica. Oh, you were in surgery. Good.
What's good about surgery?
Sorry, because Rick was, and I was hoping maybe you had seen him.
Oh, yeah, I did. I ran into him briefly in the scrub room.
Was that before or after he did his surgery?
After.
Oh, do you know how it went?
I gather the surgery went very smoothly.
Oh, that's a relief.
However, Rick didn't perform it.
Why not?
He copped out, Lesley, and I told him so in no uncertain terms.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have done that. I mean, it was his first day back.
And he is also a surgeon. Someone has to remind him.
I know. I try all the time, and he nods his head, but I don't think he believes it.
Listen, if it's any consolation, he's reacting normally to his surgery.
Yeah, I know, but he's got to get over it. And I swear to you, I've tried everything I could think of to build his self-confidence.
Yeah, I'm sure you have. But it's really up to him. I mean, he's got to do it himself.
The thing is, Monica, he was always so full of confidence in his own ability. Kind of breaks my heart to see him like this.
I wish I had words to help you.
I wish you had, too. Because I feel totally defeated.
Well, listen, might help if you just let go of it for a while.
How?
I don't know. Get out, go away. Just forget about the whole problem altogether.
And how is that going to help, Rick?
It might help if he notices that you're not making a big deal out of it. Maybe he'll just come around on his own.
Maybe. I'll tell you the truth. I found myself longing to just get out and play lately. I feel as though I haven't had a good time in years. Thanks.
And since the pavilion grounds are off limits to the local police, well, we figured that's where the fugitives have probably decided to hide out.
Indeed, fugitives can be very clever.
And dangerous. We're concerned for the safety of your staff.
You're most considerate.
Then you'll allow us to search your pavilion?
But of course.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
As soon as I get the permission from my government.
How long will that take?
hard to say. We, too, have what you in the West know as red tape.
These are desperate men.
Desperate and dangerous. A most unhappy combination. But I'll do what I can to smooth the way for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry to have to bother you with all of this.
Not at all. I'm only too happy to help with the cause of justice.
Hello, Robert.
Bobbie? Brock?
Hi. Listen, tell me, Robert, have you seen Luke around here lately?
Here?
Well, I thought he might be doing some informal campaigning.
Haven't seen him.
He wasn't at the casino last night, and he wasn't at his apartment.
Well, I told you, maybe he's still up in the mountains.
I told you, I'm worried.
Yeah, well, he'll turn up sooner or later.
Darling.
Excuse me.
So what are you doing? Eating for two this morning?
What do you mean?
You got enough food on your plate to feed a small army?
I'm hungry. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, sure, it's okay with me. I'm just asking. So what's with you lately? You seem a bit, you seem uptight.
My stomach's been upset, that's all.
Oh, what from?
I don't know. Can we go? I have to get back to my shift.
Oh, what about the food?
Forget it. Let's go.
Okay, sure. Let's go.
And then there was Gregory. He was climbing over this humongous balcony with a great big bouquet of flowers. Well, what could he do? I mean, he told the woman's husband, he says, well, obviously I've got the wrong balcony. With a big plant.
Gregory was été le Casanova, mon pecado.
Gregory's quite Casanova any place, darling.
Gregory fascinates me.
Yes, well, he tends to fascinate just about everyone, Connie.
Tiffany, look, I wondered if you could drop by my house after brunch.
What for?
I have a little problem I think you can help me with.
Robert Scorpio needs my advice, well, darling, I'm flattered.
Then you will.
With bells on.
Jesse, listen to this. The gala brunch was tirelessly organized by Mrs. Anderson C.C. Vandermeer. They don't call her the Duchess of Port Charles for naught. The Duchess of Port Charles, don't you love it?
What are you reading, Amy?
Well, the society page from today's paper about the brunch at the mayor's office.
Can you tell me where Mrs. Caldwell's file is?
Under C.
I'm looking under C, and I can't find it.
Well, it's there. Keep looking. Listen to this menu. The Pittsburgh King spread includes caviar mousse, cold poached Scottish salmon, and an assortment of imported cheeses.
Is that the Tuesday special in the cafeteria?
Don't I wish?
You know what I wish, Amy?
What?
3 guesses.
Well, I just thought that you would be interested in knowing what we were missing.
I'm not.
Listen, I cannot find her file. I always thought that newly admitted patients, their files are supposed to be here at the lobby desk.
Oh, they are, and Amy would love to help you find it.
I'm sorry, I'm not waiting that long. I am signing out.
Not without me, you're not. Board of Mains are now officially signed out. Don't just sneak out without me.
No, I'm just anxious to get home.
So am I. I'm worried about Lila and Edward.
Yeah, this strain of this kidnapping is just too much.
Wonder how much more they can both take.
I don't know.
Excuse us.
How'd it go?
Let's get out of here. Oh, terrific. I mean, I can search all the buildings that I don't need to search. The ones I need to search, I can't get into.
Well, it's a start.
Some start. Listen, these DVX satellite countries wrote the book when it comes to sandbagging.
Well, if it isn't Port Charles' newest couple, does Holly know about this?
I'm sure you'll be happy to tell her.
Yeah, if one could only find her. Curious she isn't here.
Excuse us.
Robert, as a matter of fact, there's been a whole slew of curious events lately, like Holly's no-show today, the trumped-up robbery at Delphina's. You know, I begin to wonder why Luke isn't here campaigning. Tell me, Mr. Commissioner, do you think this is unrelated?
General Hospital will continue in a moment.